Piano on the
So
Witz.
hello
Sandro Doulis
everybody.
surprisingly got pole
Here we are
position.
for the second
Very good lap
part
by
of
him.
the season review.
And he
Yeah, to
starts
be
in front of
honest,
Alex,
we
and that's the
weren't
start
able
of
to
this
cut all the
race.
races from season 2 until
Sandro
the
ran
season 3
turn 1
starts. Be
into turn 1
disappointed.
the last time
I can understand you,
on
but
this game
today I will just show you
of
the
the
highlights
season.
of the second
And
half of
he
the
stays in the lead.
second season.
Second
If you
place
want to
is now
see the
Kieran
previous
Belkin.
races, then just go on and watch the videos.
On lap
Alex
17, Sandro
Benacetti
Doulis lost the
won
lead against Kieran Falcon in the
race
pits.
here at
And
Hungary
now
in
he
front of
lost
Dion Staal and
second
Samuel Brandt.
place
Sandro
to
Doulis
Alex Benacetti.
disconnected. Yes, he did. It's
So he's now down to
same
third
did
place.
Franz
To
McGinn,
be
who
honest, yeah,
left
we had some
first,
trouble
I
with
think
connection this race.
laps it was.
As you can clearly see, a
And
lot of
yeah, the
disconnects
field is
there
pretty mixed up
on the
after
laptop.
Dennis decided to
Only 5
basically
drivers
take
left on
everybody
this
out on
race.
the last lap, as you can see here. Dion,
So
he was his first victim.
Francis, not Francis.
Then
Kieran
he
Falcon wins
went
this
on
race.
to, here,
Great
you
job
can
by
see it,
him.
went on to take two
It's the
cars
second
out
win
in
of
one corner.
SRL.
I think it was
Alex
Niek
comes
and
home in
Andrew.
second, the
And
season free
yeah,
champion,
we go off
and
to
third
Monaco.
Sandro. And this is
That's
now
the
on
start
board
of Sandro's
with
view. Niek
Eden
got pole
Neumann, the
position,
season
pretty
1 champion.
dominant.
He gave his
Not a
comeback
big deal.
with
He
2
just
races to
like
go. Great to see him
got
racing
pole by
again.
I don't know 2
In
seconds.
Force India.
Everything's is pretty clean.
The
Just
last
Alex hits the
meters
wall and
of the
Francis
season
overtakes
now.
Sandro
Onto
up
the
the
start
hill.
finish straight.
So Sandro now in 4th place. A little bit of touching there. Sandro tries to go down the inside of Murrow,
There we
and he
go.
outbrakes
Season
himself into the
2
wall,
is
and he's very lucky just to come away with a little bit of
Kieran
front wing
1,
damage.
Alex 2nd, Sandro 3rd, then Dion and Eden. The rest disconnected.
It's Niek leading.
Max
Pretty clean
also
start.
gave his comeback.
We were
These are
very
now the standings. Alex
surprised by that.
Benacetti,
We
the
thought
season
it would be
2 champion. Sandro
absolutely
Doulis once again
wrecking
in
and
second
crashing
place
everywhere, but
in the
it was
standings
pretty
like in
clean.
season 1. Francis McGinn 3rd, Niek,
Through the
then
tunnel into
Pedro,
the
then
chicane.
Samuel, Dion, Kieran, Yannick, and Andrew.
Yeah, Niek was basically untouchable this week at Monaco. He was.
So thank you guys very much for watching.
Like,
Season 3
he did amazing laps. It was unbelievable how good he was.
A lot of videos then, and I hope you
Nobody
enjoyed
was
this
able to fight him.
little review video of the second
Trying
half
to
of
overtake
season 2.
Francis, he hits him.
Thank you
at
guys
the
very
back,
much for watching.
but he let
I was Sandro, and
go
I'm out of here.
again, and Francis stays in 3rd place. So this is now on lap 14. So second stint of the race. 4 laps to go. No, 5 laps to go. Okay. Sandro still trying to overtake Francis. Francis does a mistake, hits the wall side by side up the hill like on lap 1, but Francis can hold on to third place. Everything basically stayed the same, just Pedro Mesquita disconnected on lap 2, I think it was. Niek still leading in front of Alex, and this is the fight for the last podium spot. Sandro really aggressive here. He is faster. Francis is holding him up. He's waiting for Francis for doing a mistake, and there it is. Francis spins his car around, and this is 3rd place for Sandro. And this is Niek on the last lap, dominant, like something else. And he will win Monaco. So Niek wins. Alex Benacetti even got a 10-second time penalty. In 3rd place, Sandro, then Francis, who also got a penalty, and the rest is a lap down. And like I said, Pedro Mesquita disconnected of the race. So we go on to the British Grand Prix. Niek van Gelder, dominant like always, got pole position again in front of Francis and Sandro. Alex Benacetti missed qualifying. That meant that he had to start from last position because he made it in time for the race. Sandro had as you can see, Sandro has a very good start, but he touches Francis inside, half spins his car, but he caught it and stays in 3rd position. So again, nothing really happened on the start. It's good to see. All drivers are very fair. Sandro and Francis are going side by side, but Francis still in 2nd place. Is now on lap 7. Sandro Doulis lost connection. This was the time of the season where Sandro had absolutely crap connection. Yep, that cost him many championship points right there. Dion in 2nd, so it's a double Dutch 1st and 2nd. And then it started to rain. With 2 laps to go, Niek decided to come in for intermediate tires. That was, that was a nice strategy call by him. He was the leader, so he had to go for the safe option. Alex Benacetti was catching him, so he stays out, tries something different, like as the leader. That's normal. He stays out on his slick tires, which, as you can see, didn't really work out. He was slipping and sliding everywhere, and there goes Niek van Gelder, and he has got his lead back. So it's pouring down here with 2 laps to go, and this is Niek winning in front of Francis McGinn at Silverstone. He's a man on a mission at the moment. So Niek in first, Alex in second, Francis with a 20-second time penalty in third. Dion Staal keeps Ferrari up there in fourth place, and you can see the rest. Alex Benacetti has quite a big lead in front of Francis McGinn in the standings. Then it's Pedro Mesquita, Sandro Doulis, and Niek van Gelder. So we go to Italia. Alex, basically it's his home race. And he will start from pole position. And this 5 red lights out, and Alex has a lot of wheel spin, but he blocks. And oh yeah, okay, yeah, Francis retired because he had a race block. He just wanted to record the race. So Francis in his slipstream down into turn 1. He tries to go around the outside, and he missed the corner. And that's by the way, that's the wrong part of yeah. He cut the corner. Let's just say he cut the corner, as you can clearly see, and he retook the lead. You could argue about this because it's the safety car out. I think Dennis crashed because he kept the lead. This is interesting because Alex Benacetti pitted a lap earlier, and this is now on the restart. Dennis, like I said, Dennis Gutknecht retired off the race. This is Sandro crashing after the restart, getting hit by Yannick, I think it was again, and this is his chance of winning the race over. Until this moment, he had a great battle with Alex and Niek. But yeah, well, he fucked it up. Just sorry for my language, but this is the fight for the lead. Alex going down the inside of Niek van Gelder now on lap 10 with 3 laps to go. That's a big deal right there. That's also critical for the championship. Now, Niek is back in the lead again. The next lap. So he missed the corner. Alex hits him, and both are in the wall. Like at Belgium, Alex and Niek have crashed, and yep, Niek has a puncture, and Alex lost his front wing. Dion Staal won this race, his second SRL victory. Samuel Brandt in second, and third is Andrew Heff. That's a nice little surprise podium there. Alex Benacetti got a penalty for that. And yeah, we go off to Abu Dhabi. The last race for us. The questionnaires calendar, so it's a bit different, like not like in F1.
You were very slow. I was like, shut the fuck up.
This is now on lap 10, and Sandro and Pedro had a great battle. Just watch it and enjoy. It was amazing.
Sorry.
Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, running low. Hold on, don't let go. Running, running low. Keep running on.
So this is now the battle for the lead. Niek is leading till this moment, and Alex is in second, but Alex is on the option tires and Niek on the primes. So Niek tries to defend, but no chance against his option tires. Niek tries it down the inside here again. That's a risky move, and yep, he half spins his car. Nice battle there from Pedro and Sandro. If you want to watch the full video, go on Sandro's channel. He uploaded, I think it was 8 minutes. This is now on the last lap. Alex versus Pedro versus Sandro. This is for the last podium spot. Pedro outbrakes himself. Sandro down the inside, gets him. That's Sandro for second place because Niek van Gelder got penalties for corner cutting. So this is Alex winning, Sandro in second, Pedro in third, and yeah, Yannick also got a penalty down in last place. Samuel Brandt in sixth place. Now we go to Canada, Montreal. Here we are with Dion's POV for this start of this amazing Grand Prix. It was a thriller, just trust me. We go into turn one. Sandro Doulis down the inside, no, and yeah, he gets hit by Kieran Falcon, and he gets spun around in the third corner, and that's now he's down in the last place. So unfortunate for him. Niek van Gelder leading at the moment in front of Alex. This is Dion, who made up quite a lot of places. He's now behind Pedro Mesquita, going down into the last chicane. And oh, Pedro hits the wall of champions, and oh, hard hit there from Dion Staal. Oh my goodness, and he got a puncture, and Pedro Mesquita's out of this race on lap 1 into the Wall of Champions. Unfortunately, he's not yet a champion, but you know, it's just called Wall of Champions. That's a big deal right there, huge wreck for both of these drivers. Dion's car heavily damaged, and we have a safety car. That's interesting. Niek and Sandro decided to pit, and this is now on lap 10, some laps later. This is Dion making the exact same mistake at Pedro, and he hits the Wall of Champions as well, and he's also out of the race. This brought out a safety car, which Sandro and Niek, who realized that their strategy with pitting was quite bad, used to pit. And this is now Alex versus Niek for the lead of this race. Behind them is Kieran in third and Sandro in fourth place, fighting for third. As you can clearly see, this is some great connection there from Alex, fighting for the lead of this race. Three laps to go. He does some bunny hops. Yeah, but he's now into the lead, Alex. This is now Sandro trying to overtake Kieran on lap 16. Both of the leaders going side by side, and Alex goes onto the curb. Lots of time lost there. And yeah, that's Alex. Victory lost. And this is now Niek coming over the line in front of Kieran, and Niek wins at Montreal. So Niek van Gelder wins this race. Kieran Falcon got second place. Third, Sandro Doulis. Alex fourth. Samuel fifth. Stoner Eduardo, the new Haas driver, in sixth, and Dion Staal in seventh. Alex Panichetti in a that's a big lead. 270 points. That's nearly 100. That's a 108 points gap to Francis McGinn in seconds. So he has to do a lot of crap to lose this. Before we go on to Singapore, dominant race by Niek. Not really much happened. The rookie Christian is in second place, and then it's Samuel and Sandro. But of course, it started to rain with 2 laps ago at Singapore, and yep, Niek fucked up. He bottled it in the lead with a big gap to second place. He hits the wall, puncture, front ring lost. That's his chances for winning this race. Yeah, that's gone. So the rookie, Christian Lepium, I think your name is. I can't pronounce his name, I'm sorry, man. But he's now into the lead. And as you can see, Stoner also just destroyed his car. He hit the wall in these tricky conditions with rain. I don't actually know why we are seeing now the start of the race. Just to give you some information about the start. Yeah, there was everything was still fine on the start for Niek, as you can see. Everything was easy. Pole position, good job. Like I said, 14 laps of pure domination by Niek, and yeah, as you just saw, he completely fucked it up. He bottled it in the lead under the standings under the grandstands. He crashed his car into the wall, and that's his victory gone. This is now the result. Rookie Christian has won the Singapore Grand Prix in front of Samuel, who gets a surprising podium finish again. Yeah, and Sandro is in fourth place. But I think gives his comeback, and now we go to China. China. Okay, nice. Shanghai. Alex can win the championship right here at this place. He doesn't have much to do. I think if he finishes 7th or higher, he basically is the champion. Into turn 1, a lot of contact made Sandro Doulis outbreaks himself. It's his worst racetrack, so don't be surprised if he doesn't do well. I think it's Alex Benechetti leading. Dion Staal is now in 6th place, as you can see. Yannick and Cuban battling in front. Behind Dion, now as you can see, Bart, the new Haas driver, Bart Kodailer. Yeah, he basically driver. He basically decided to take everybody out. No problem. And that's now Sandro Pauling is 5th place. With 3 laps to go. Good job by him. And this is our new Season 3 champion, Alex Benechetti from Colombia, from McLaren. Well deserved. Well deserved, mate. So he's our new champion. I think with 4 races to go. He wins also at China in front of Niek and Pedro. Sandro bottled it with 2 laps to go. He's now in 6th place, behind Kieran and Dion. Alex Benechetti is the champion. He's in 2nd. It's now the fight for 2nd between Niek, Pedro, Sandro, and Francis. That's domination. We had a monsoon qualifying. It was absolutely pouring down, and Sandro Doulis out of nowhere got pole position by 1.5 seconds with a dry setup. It was surprising. He just smashed it there with a 148.708 in front of Pedro Mesquita and Kieran. And then we go off to the race. And I think, what should I say? The conditions changed a lot. We just can see here Sandro celebrating his, I think it's his 2nd pole position of the season. He has to even won the race, not a big deal, nothing really happened. We will just see, I think, some crashes in a second. This is the start of the race. I don't know what I did with cutting there. This is the start of the race. Niek van Gelder is starting, and he has like the worst possible start you can have. Touching even there with Theo and Dion, and there's a huge crash at the back. That's Bart Kodailer. Another hit into turn 1. We should do like a hit counter. There was a lot of contact made. Sandro Doulis lost his lead. That's disappointing for him. He drops down to 4th position, so he lost 3 positions right there. Francis McGinn, I think, is leading, and this is Niek. He tried to go down the inside. That was a bit optimistic, and I think he even got a penalty for that. And this is now on lap 4. He tries to overtake Sandro down the inside again. A bit too optimistic. He didn't left him enough room, but I think it's a racing incident. Sandro also turned in, so yep, both of their days are not good, even though Sandro got pole position, but that's unfortunate for him. So this is now the result. Kieran Falcon won his first race. Quite impressive by him. Pedro Mesquita in the McLaren in 2nd, Francis in 3rd, Sandro Doulis in 4th, and Niek van Gelder with a 10-second time penalty in 5th position. Now we go off to boring Japan. Francis starting for pole. He was dominating qualifying. Sandro here in 4th, and Dion is starting from last position. Alex and I think it's Kieran are there in 2nd, 3rd. I think Niek did miss the race. Unfortunately, he had some time trouble. But his championship is done. He's just fighting for 2nd place in the standings. Great start by Sandro there on the option tires. Tries to overtake Alex, which works, but he went wide, and that still hangs on to his position. In front of him is Kieran, and Francis stretches his lead out in this 1st sector. This is now in the last few laps. Sandro trying to be fast, but well, yeah, I don't know what he put. I tried to do. Touched the gravel, spun, but that didn't cost me much. So then we go on to the last race of F1 2014 at Brazil. Here we are now on the grid. Sandro Doulis surprisingly got pole position. Very good lap by him. And he starts in front of Alex, and that's the start of this race. Sandro has a clean run into turn 1, the last time on this game and of this season. And he stays in the lead. Second place is now Kieran Falcon. There's now on lap 17. Sandro Doulis lost the lead against Kieran Falcon in the pits. And now he lost second place to Alex Benacetti. So he's now down to third place. To be honest, yeah, we had some trouble with connection this race. As you can clearly see, a lot of disconnects there in the left top. Only 5 drivers left in this race. So, yeah, not Francis. Kieran Falcon wins this race. Great job by him. It's his second win of SRL. Alex comes home in second, the season 3 champion, and third is Sandro. And this is now on board with Eden Neumann, the season 1 champion. He gave his comeback with 2 races to go. Great to see him racing again in the Force India. The last meters of this season now. On to the start-finish straight. And there we go. Season 2 it's over. Kieran won, Alex second, Sandro third, then Dion and Eden. The rest disconnected. Max Schaffner, Max Sonato also gave his comeback. These are now the standings. Alex Benacetti, the season 2 champion. Sandro Doulis once again in second place in the standings, like in season 1. Francis McGinn third, Niek, then and Pedro, then Samuel, Dion, Kieran, Yannick, and Andrew. These are the top 10. So thank you guys very much for watching. Season 3 will start soon. You will see a lot of videos then, and I hope you enjoyed this little review video of the second half of season 2. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I was Sandro, and I'm out of here.